Warren, you've been known to have some great quotes over the years, and I wrote down a few of them. This is one of my favorites here. It says, "You can't produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant."
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
It means that there's some things that can't be hurried up. You know, like building a brand or something of the sort.
Okay.
You know, I mean, you can't build a brand in a week or a month. I mean, there's some things you have to set out to do that you know that there's a given timetable to, and you've got to be willing to play it through to the end. You know, and you won't necessarily have somebody declaring you the winner 10% along the way or 20%. Berkshire's an example of that. I mean, we had a bunch of terrible textile mills, and it took real time to bring in other businesses and develop them and develop acquaintances with people that sell us businesses and so on. So it's very important to realize the time horizon, the natural time horizon of the task you set out to do. And if you can't stand that time horizon, forget about getting on that, on that particular task.
Why do you think there is such a impulse for people to have to trade in and out of their investments and trade in and out of whatever it is, bonds or commodity? I mean, do you think it's the thrill of it? Because the ability to stay with your conviction and hold on, and because you believe in the business, that one concept itself seems to be elusive for so many people. Why do you think that is?
It's so simple too. I mean, if you were looking at a small private business in Omaha and you had some money to buy into, maybe it's a McDonald's stand, maybe it's a dry cleaning establishment,
big furniture store.
What would you think about? You wouldn't think about, what Janet Yellen's going to say next week, or something. You wouldn't be listening to the chatter on TV. You'd be thinking about the competitive advantage you might have, who might compete with you, what the return on capital is, what kind of a partner you're going to have in running it, all of the things that are fundamental to a business. Yeah. The biggest problem most people have is they don't think about a stock as being a part of a business. Mm-hmm. Now, when they buy a farm, they think they're buying a farm, and they say how many bushels of corn will it produce, or how many bushels of soybean will it produce in an average year? What are the taxes? What do I have to pay the tenant farmer? They look at it as an actual farming business. When they buy an apartment house, they say, what can I rent it for? How much vacancy will I have? What will it cost me to manage it? How often do I have to replace the roof? All of that. They look at it as a business. But when they look at a stock, a lot of people, when they look at a stock, they just look at it as something that people say may go up, or maybe it'll split next week, or somebody's got a target price on it. Can you imagine having a target price on a farm or an apartment house? It's crazy. Yep. So the key thing is to think about a stock as a part of a business. Just forget about the stock part.
Do you think people don't, or the vast majority of people don't, because you can trade it?
Yeah, exactly. Liquidity makes them do stupid things.
Yeah.
The very fact, liquidity, which should be your friend.
Yes.
The fact that you can get out of it 10 minutes later, which you can't do with a farm or an apartment house, that should be your friend. But they turn it into a negative. My old boss, Ben Graham, talked about having a partner named Mr. Market. And Mr. Market, when you own a stock, Mr. Market comes around every day. Let's say it's General Motors. And he names you a price at which you can either buy more from him or you can sell to him. Mm-hmm. Now imagine having a McDonald's stand, and you got one partner, and that partner comes around, and someday they're building a Burger King across or a Kentucky Fried, and he gets pessimistic, so he names a low price because he's afraid you're going to sell to him. So you buy from him. And other days he comes around, there's a big long line of cars in the drive-in. The other guy's shut down across the street, so he thinks he better name a high price because otherwise you might buy from him. So you get this very erratic partner who gives you a price every day, which you can ignore if you wish. But if he says something silly, you take advantage of him. Yep. Now, what kind of a partner do you want then? You want some psychotic drunk, because you want some guy that wanders all over the place, gets all enthused and all depressed.
Yep.
But you never forget that you're buying the business, and he is the guy that's wandering around in a crazy way. But stocks, you put your finger on it, because they're so liquid. People think they have to make a decision every day because they can make a decision, and it's crazy. Also, there's a propensity of people to gamble.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was 21, I went on my honeymoon. My wife was 19. We went through Las Vegas, and it was 1952. And we stopped at the Flamingo, which was then kind of a motel-like structure. Yeah. And I went in, and I saw all these well-dressed people most of whom had come 1,000 miles or so, and they've come to do stupid things. And I looked around, And I thought, boy, am I going to get rich. I mean, imagine going 1,000 miles to throw a bunch of dice where you know you're going to lose money over time if you keep doing it.
It's
and
the thrill.
And those people are making decisions in the stock market, and they set prices, and all you have to do is every now and then look at one and say, wait, that doesn't make any sense in terms of where it's selling. I mean, people were paralyzed at the end of 2008. I mean, they were just plain scared. When that's going on, you got to be out there with a great big tub. When it's raining gold, you do not want to be out with a teaspoon.
Yep.
You want to be out there with a big
So-
ladle. You know?
So